Wrapping up the year 2021, we got some exciting news for anime fans out there and light novel and manga fans as well. Urusei Yatsura apparently is getting a new anime, No Game No Life, and That Time I Got Reincarnated As A Slime apparently coming into an end. We got confirmation on that ODDTAXI movie news. We got 2 new works coming out of the creator of Hanamatsuri, as well as some sequels to go through, so if you're excited for this news, definitely stay tuned. For our first bit of news, yes, Rumiko Takahashi's manga apparently is getting a new anime adaptation. We don't have any kind of specifics on exactly what it's going to be, if it's going to be new content or a readaptation, but the exciting news is, addition to that, is that we don't have to wait too long for it. It is apparently going to be airing in 2022, so I'm definitely pumped for it. I really do love the Urusei Yatsura series. Seems like Discotek has been doing a lot of re-releases for the series, and so having a new adaptation around the corner is definitely exciting for fans of the series. Moving on to our next bit of news, Hanamatsuri's mangaka has announced they have plans for 2 new mangas to be releasing in 2022. Masao Otaka is going to be doing a one-shot first, which is called Our Extraordinary Days Have Just Begun. But following this, they will be doing a 6-chapter release of a series called Magical Boy Mamoru Won't Start. And then following that, a new series that has not been titled yet that will be launching in the 97th issue of Kadokawa's Harta magazine. So if you're a fan of that particular writer, I absolutely loved Hanamatsuri. It was absolutely fun series. Of course, I just watched the anime adaptation of it. They did a phenomenal job on it, but just some great comedy there. Definitely looking forward to their future works. Moving on, we have an idea that High Dive will definitely be sticking around for the winter 2022 anime season. Despite the competition being really huge right now against High Dive, they're kind of keeping certain titles to keep themselves in the game. And that title will be Teasing Master Takagi-san. Apparently they have licensed both the 3rd season as well as the movie. They plan to not only do a streaming of the series, no word yet on the movie, but they also plan on doing a home video release of it as well. So I guess we continue to have Teasing Master Takagi-san just spread everywhere. Like the 1st season's over here, the 2nd season's over here, and now we have the 3rd season's on High Dive. So that's kind of unfortunate for the series itself, because it's like one of those things where you recommend the series to somebody and they're like, okay, where do I go watch it? It's like, well, okay, you have to go to you have to get the cork board up there. You gotta go over here for the 1st seasons, and you want to come over here for but anyways, definitely excited for it. Definitely good to hear that somebody has at least picked it up. And I guess there's a little bit of excitement there that Netflix doesn't have it, so we don't have to wait too long to watch the series. Moving on, we have some, I guess you can call it unfortunate news. We apparently have the confirmation from Fuse, the author of That Time I Got Reincarnated As A Slime. They have announced that the series is coming to an end. It will be releasing 3 more volumes before it will come to a conclusion. Now, that's not to say there's no more slime around the corner. As we know, anything that's super popular is going to keep getting stuff given to it, but they do still have plans on doing some more novels for some spin-off stories that are on the side for the series as well, so it's not it for the slime, but at least the main story apparently is coming to conclusion. And to kind of continue this theme, the author for No Game No Life have announced that they are apparently coming to a conclusion for their series as well. Yu Kamiya has announced that the series is entering its final stage, so I guess that would mean that it's technically entering the climax or the final segment of it, but we'll have to wait and see. But again, not sure if that's exciting for fans or not. Moving on, we have some news around Fafner Dead Aggressor. That series apparently is getting a new anime. It seems like it's only going to be a single episode though, but it's titled Sokyo no Fafner Behind the Line. And again, it's going to be a standalone story and apparently only 1 episode, so maybe just an OVA off of the side. Some exciting news for fans of Tatsuki, myself included. For those that don't know, Tatsuki was of course the one that was credited for the work on Kimono Friends the 1st season, which was absolutely phenomenal, despite the quality of the animation, which again, it was a small team, but they did an incredible job with the story itself. And Tatsuki went on to doing some shorts, including an entire series known as Kimerakusa, which I additionally did enjoy for its mystery that was involved with it. Well, apparently after finishing the Hentatsu series that he's been doing, this little series of shorts, he had an announcement at the end of the last episode that announced that they were doing a film with Aniplex doing the producing for it, and it's set to release in 2023. Now, we don't really have much information on it, but the little small clip that we did get seems to imply kind of following some boy that's on a cliffside with a book in hand, and this book comes alive, as well as a mountain in the distance comes alive. So I'm not sure if that has something to do with the film they're doing or not, but it is exciting to see that Tatsuki is doing some work, some big film, along with some big names like Aniplex, and with that, we don't have too long to wait for it. So definitely excited for Tatsuki. I hope this works out. If I can give Tatsuki any credit, is just having these really interesting worlds with just some mystery just surrounding them. Moving on to some harem news, we have the official website for the Quintessential Quintuplets movie has announced a premiere date for it. Along with a key art, it announced that they have a May 20th release in Japan for the film. Definitely exciting for this series. I'm looking forward to seeing where that kind of goes to, because I think that's supposed to be a conclusion. But hopefully we don't have too long of a wait before it comes over to the West. But I'm definitely looking forward to that. Moving on to some sequel news, we have the Faraway Paladin. That series is planned on getting a second season adaptation. We don't have a date quite set for it yet, but the Twitter account has confirmed it. This is some great news for pretty much any fan, including myself, of the series, because one of the difficulty things that we face is that the first season seems to be a lot of build, a lot of world build that we were kind of hoping that would actually come to something, some sort of fruition, not just be a prequel story that kind of sets things up for nothing. But in addition to that, Kaginato is getting a second season as well. This was announced on the official website for the series that it will be getting a sequel, and it's not too far away. We have an April 2022 premiere for it. Any fans of Key series definitely be excited for this. This has been a great series so far, filled with some really fantastic comedy surrounding the Key properties. And our next one, I guess you can't really call it a sequel announcement. It's more of a delay, I would kind of call it, but Mime Warrior at the Borderline apparently is going to get a second part, which will be premiering in 2022 in April. Now, the unfortunate thing, and the reason why I'm joking about this, is that initially it seemed like most announcements were claiming that this was going to be a 2-core series, but it does seem like towards the end of that first core, there was already whispers about them actually cutting it to a single core so that they can have the second core later, or if they were possibly ever going to have a second core. So it's good to see that it's going to continue and that they will have that second core. It's just there's going to be a wait period for it. And then our final sequel announcement is Pop Team Epic. And apparently a teaser video has been released announcing that the series will get a second season. So cannot wait for the Pop Team Epic fans to come raving back out again. But that is set to premiere in 2022. So if you're a fan of Pop Team Epic, be excited for that. Personally, not really my humor, but I'm excited for fans of the series. And for our last bit of news, yes, apparently the ODDTAXI film that we were teasing about, that I did a news coverage of, has been officially confirmed, both by the official Twitter account for ODDTAXI, as well as Crunchyroll themselves confirming that this is going to happen and that they themselves will be streaming it. But again, for those that missed the news, this was an announcement for a film called ODDTAXI in the Woods, which was going to be premiering on April 1st of 2022. And again, Crunchyroll has already confirmed they will be streaming it. Now, the additional interesting thing that came from this announcement is that they've kind of confirmed what it's going to be about. This is apparently going to be something that will reconstruct the series as well as tell what happens after it. And I think that's where I'm getting really excited from it, and I might just end up doing an additional video on this topic, but it's definitely something to be excited for, because I know that a lot of fans of ODDTAXI, one, I guess, criticisms that people would give the series, despite it being really good, is that it kind of leaves on an unknown. And I think this is probably going to answer that question, that unknown that everybody has. But again, I'm super excited for it. I love ODDTAXI, and again, I might do a video later kind of speculating on what I think this is going to do. But until then, hope you guys enjoy this news bit. If you did, leave a like down below, comment, let me know what you're excited for in this whole news bit. Are you excited for Pop Team Epic? Urusei Yatsura coming back? Definitely let me know. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share this video if you can. Support us on Patreon or through our tips link in the description below. We definitely appreciate everybody that does, and y'all take care.